Hey everyone! So I have been referring a lot of new people to my awesome online teaching platform called Qkids, and I wanted to make this video to give you a little bit of help with the hiring process. So step 1 to getting hired is to send in your video, where you have 2 minutes to upload a video that tells what you're about and for you to read a children's book. So for my video, I read a book called When I Go Walking. It had very minimal reading to it because you have 2 minutes to do all of this, and that's not a lot of time. So my first tip would be to pick a book that doesn't have a ton of content. So you'll want to pick a children's book. I have this one close. Notice it doesn't have a lot of words and it doesn't have a lot of pages, but there's still a lot of emotion. So you want to pick books that have like lots of exclamation points or lots of question marks. That way you can really read into the emotion. So a tip for whenever you're reading your children's book is to use that animation. I know that when you watch these videos online, all the teachers are really perky and they do lots of cool stuff like this, and they seem really, really upbeat, and you should be like that, especially if you teach the younger ages. But I found that as I move up in age, kids don't really like that. So if you don't have that personality, don't worry. There are older kids who aren't so into the really cheesy, fun, high energy lessons. So you'll still have a place there. So just to give you an idea of how I read, I would say, "Run, turkey, run!" And then I showed the book as I went along. So I kind of sat like this. That way you can see the book and I don't have to waste time doing this, because you have 2 minutes. So I would say, "Oh, see the pigeon? If Turkey rolls in the mud, will the farmer think he's a pig? No! Run, Turkey, run! Muckety muck, here comes the farmer. Look, the duck pond. If Turkey swims in the water, will the farmer think he's a duck? No! Run, Turkey, run!" So, see how I changed my voice and I used lots of hand gestures and I just made it fun? You're aiming for the younger kids when you get hired. They want to know that you can teach different levels. Everyone can basically teach the regular way to older kids, where you just speak like normal and try to make it as fun as you can. It's the younger kids that people struggle with. So you want to be animated, you want to have fun, you want to show that you can keep attention through a screen, because you're not in person. You can't just tap them on the shoulder and say, "Hey, let's do this." You have to keep their attention through video, which can be really hard if you don't use TPR. What TPR is, because you'll hear that a lot, is you use your whole body to teach. So you're going to use lots of hand gestures, you're going to use lots of facial expressions, and you're going to be very, very happy. So after you do your book and your quick explanation of who you are, they will call you in via Skype, or actually via the classroom if you do it through my platform, which is Qkids. They will set up a video with you and you'll meet someone, and they will just ask you questions about why you want to teach with them, what your plan is, why you think you'd be good at this. It didn't take long. I think it took 15 minutes total to get through mine, and it was mostly just questions about who I was, what my experience was. To give you a little on that, I taught preschool at daycares. I helped as a para in some public school and private schools. I homeschool my children. So my teaching experience was mostly with younger kids, but funny enough, I work with mostly older kids now through Qkids, so that's been an interesting change that I really enjoy. So after that meeting, they will decide if they want you to continue on, and you'll learn the platform. They'll actually give you access to the classroom, and you'll get to do all of the training material, and you'll get maybe a day, maybe you'll get a week to look through all of that and learn how to play the games in a practice classroom. And then you will have a meeting where you'll teach a fake class. So she'll come in, she'll ask you some questions, and then she'll go through the class with you. As long as you practice, it's so easy. You'll be so fine. The software for Qkids is the easiest software, so I hear. It's the funnest to use. It's so easy. You've got this. So you'll have an interview. If they like that interview, then you get to teach what's called trial classes. And trial classes mean you're actually teaching these kids, and they're going to go back and view your videos and give you feedback afterwards. I've heard anywhere from 3 to 5 trial classes before you get hired is normal, and really it's so much fun. There's not anyone standing there watching you. You're just teaching this class, and they'll look in on it later. So much fun, so easy to do. So that's the 3 steps to getting hired with Qkids or another online company, and some helpful tips. Another thing I want to go over is the things you would need. So obviously you see my headphones and the microphone that's attached. That's just so your sound quality is so good and you can hear them, because sometimes the kids don't have microphones and it can be really hard to hear them. You need a quiet space. This is actually the office part of my bedroom that I just created. And then you need a background. Mine's not very festive because I'm between Christmas and the New Year, so there's not a lot on it. But they really like to see maps. And then they have the characters. And welcome Teacher Rachel's way up here, just so you have something back in your background. It's clean, it looks friendly, it looks nice. So the last thing is your clothes and your face. You want to look like you are not just waking up, because of course it's super early in the morning and you probably are just waking up, but you want to look like you're wide awake, so you want really good lighting. I have this standing lamp and I point it right at my face, and that helps make me look bright-eyed and happy in the mornings. And honestly, I usually just wear a t-shirt as long as you don't see anything crazy on it and it looks appropriate and looks good on camera, you are fine. So let me know if you have any other questions or if there's anything else you need to know before you get started with your online teaching. See you next time. Bye.